with oppositional defiant disorder isn't seeking treatment because they don't conceptualize their problems as being oppositional. If they come to treatment on their own, it's because of different issues like depression, anxiety, or even ADHD. It's only after getting more information about their relationship history or childhood history that the oppositional issues become apparent. Those issues could still be addressed in therapy if the person is motivated to change.
And welcome to Counsel of the Day with Shanrae, and I am Shanrae. We are on week 3, part 2 of Oppositional Defiant Disorder in the Undiagnosed Adult. So glad to have you on. I'm just trying to see if I'm on Facebook. For some reason, it doesn't look like I'm on Facebook. I'm trying to pick it up on my end, but I don't know why it's not showing that I'm live. Now it is. Okay, there we go. Now it's showing that I am live on my end. Let's share this. All right. So before we get started, let me go on and read my website disclaimer. We have been talking about oppositional defiant disorder the entire month. And we've been breaking it down to different subtitles each week. And we're in week 3. Next week is my final week, week 4. And I'm going to keep saying it tonight. Next week, I'll be going on Monday and Tuesday because next week is Thanksgiving. And hold on, let me turn some of these lights on. It's a little dark on my end. Excuse me. And so I'll be going on Monday and Tuesday of next week because we know that Wednesday is Thanksgiving Eve and then Thursday is Thanksgiving. So, and we don't want to interrupt anybody preparing for their holiday with their families, and we'll go from there. But again, I'm going to go on and start my website with my website disclaimer. And there we go. All right, please be aware that due to the nature of the technology that I'm using, there can be no assurance of confidentiality when using this online service. It should also be noted that due to changes in policies that all replies are to be used as advisory and informational only and will not constitute an official determination. Information provided by me are subject to the limitations that are current and available material, but the final responsibility for successfully achieving a goal rests with you. Information online is designed to be helpful. However, this information does change frequently, and it is recommended that you consult another physician, another specialist, and or religious leader to aid you in your overall wellness. All right, so I'm going to skip over my bio. I normally read it, but I've read it enough, so I'm going to skip over it, and we're going to go on. I am a Christian counselor. I acquired my degrees from Ashford University. I'm 14 years out of graduating from Ashford University. There's my bio right there. Okay, I'm a Christian counselor, but that's just me. I am a Christian counselor. So I'll always give a scripture base where I'm coming from for encouragement. Deuteronomy 31 and 6, the NIV version says to be strong and courageous. Do not be afraid or terrified because of them, for the Lord your God goes with you. He will never leave you. He'll never forsake you. I want to stop by and pause by saying good evening, my Instagram family, my Facebook family, TikTok family, LinkedIn family, YouTube family, and Snapchat family. Is one other one. Did I say TikTok family as well? Good evening, everybody who's on tonight. I want to thank you for your participation throughout the week. Good evening, Tanisha. I really wish that y'all could see the people on Instagram, but the way this StreamYard is, they're not linked in where you can see the comments with them as of yet. But they're gonna get there. They'll get there. All right, so let's go to our key points for tonight. And we should have our Pastor Kibwe Owens come on to give inspirational nugget at some point at the end of this evening. But let me open this and then I'm going to close it back a little bit. I'm going to open it and then So tonight's key points are: number 1, how to deal with ODD in adults. Number 2, common causes of oppositional behavior within adults. Number 3, how to deal with oppositional behavior. Did I say that already? In adults. Okay. Number 4, when to seek professional help. Number 5, I'm going to do a conclusion, and then of course I'll take away and I will quote for this evening. So let's delve on in. And I want to recap from Tuesday night. Hey Margot. Hi Margot, how you doing? I want to delve in from Tuesday night. How to deal with oppositional behavior in adults. Okay, so it says that dealing with oppositional behavior in adults can be tough. We know it can be tough, period, when you're dealing with somebody who is going with who are experiencing these symptoms. Okay, so dealing with an oppositional spouse, a friend, or a colleague. So grasping onto the underlying reasons and mastering the skills in managing such contact without losing their cool can positively impact your bonds and your general health with other people who are experiencing ODD. So in this post, we're going to dig into what oppositional behavior entails, the triggers, the signs, the manifestations, coupled with effective coping tactics, and also cover the right time to seek assistance from a professional. And again, these are people that are experiencing oppositional defiant disorder. A lot of people don't even know what that is, guys. A lot of people, they're learning what this is. Oh, it's so good to see you, Margot. Give me one moment. I'm going to I need to tag somebody, so give me one moment. I was asked to tag, so all right, there we go. All right, so I can pick up now. All right, so let's move on. How to deal with ODD, or oppositional defiant disorder. All right, so what is it? I'm going to recap. What is ODD, or oppositional defiant disorder? What is it? Oppositional defiant disorder is classified as a behavioral disorder. Someone who's consistently defying. They're always hostile. They're always opposing authority or leadership. These are the traits that are affiliated with it. It's not just about children and teenagers. There's a lot of adults who do this. I shared on Tuesday something that I witnessed on my job. I work for a city hall here in Georgia. And I happened to witness an adult just completely defiant with a police officer. And go back and watch Tuesday nights. You'll see what I'm talking about. Okay, and so it's not just about, again, children and teenagers, but adults also show these same traits. And if adults behave this way, it can bring a lot of issues. We know this as people, as adults. We know this. These issues may affect their personal work, and their work relationships, which in turn harms their overall health and their social connections. So the characteristics of an oppositional behavior, number 1 is defiance. That's the number 1 thing. If you say go right, this is my right. If you say go right, the person is going to sure enough go left. Okay? For real, just going to go left. Just because they want to go left. That's it. They just purposely, this is on purpose, the things that they do. All right. So defiance, not following rules or demands. Number 2, hostility, anger and irritability towards other people. Number 3, argumentative. They're argumentative, often arguing and not giving in. Okay. And most of the time they wrong, and they fighting to stay wrong. Okay. And number 4, blaming other people for their mistakes. So knowing that these traits can help spot resistance within adults, this will also let you react correctly to people that are like this. Okay, so let's talk about the common causes of oppositional behavior. And let me move my slide along. Again, this is an open platform. Hi, Aunt Kiwi. How are you? This is an open platform. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask them. If you want to share any scenarios, I will pause and I will actually highlight it on here. So common causes of oppositional behavior. And let's see. Okay, I think I went too far. Common causes. So there are various reasons behind adult behavioral disruptions, or ODD. To deal with these it's crucial to understand the root cause of this issue here. Okay, so now the psychological factors. What is opposite of behavior? Okay, the psychological factors. I think I done moved too fast, y'all. Let me look at I need to make sure that, okay, the psychological factors. Number one is personality disorders, like I said. Conditions such as borderline personality disorders or narcissistic personality disorder can manifest through oppositional behavior. Number two is mood disorders like depression, anxiety, bipolar disorder, and might cause irritability and defiance as well. And a combination of oppositional defiant disorder and bipolar can be particularly challenging, which we know that if people have a combination of these issues, it's going to always be challenging. Hey, Toby. Hey, Toby. Okay. Trauma. Early traumatic events can help shape a person's actions and ways of dealing with things throughout their lifetime. So that's all a part of the under the psychological factor. Let's move on to the environmental factors now. Now, the environmental factors are stress, high levels of stress, whether from work, from their relationships, or financial issues, can lead to oppositional behavior. Family dynamics is another one. A dysfunctional family atmosphere that includes a past filled with disputes or mistreatment can add to defiant habits. Okay. And then social influences. The impact of friends and social norms can take part in shaping this type of behavior as well. So you know how we grew up, and our parent or somebody older would always say, show me your friends and you show me who you are. That's what this right here is. Okay. Social influence. All right. Now, cognitive factors, which is a number one, ding, 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 cognitive factors but the belief system is having a firm, inflexible idea about the way things should be, and can make it tough to accept other people's perspectives. That's defiant. That people who are just, we've seen in society people who they just believe that their culture is the right culture, or their religion is the right and the only religion, stuff like that, and they refuse to just bend on stuff like that. Their way is the right way, and that's it, and that's it, so that's what they're talking about right there with cognitive factors, the mindset. Cognitive distortions. Negative and unreasonable thought patterns can lead to confrontational actions. Okay, and a lot of us have actually seen and have experienced that stuff at some point in their lives as well. So and then signs and symptoms of oppositional behavior. So spotting these signs of defiant behavior or in grown-ups is step one to ODD disorder in adults and what it looks like. Okay, so let's move on with that. The signs and the symptoms. I think common causes. I think I was behind. How to deal with. Oh, there we are. All right, I'm up to speed, guys. I'm up to speed with my presentation. How to deal with oppositional behavior in adults. So, how are we going to deal with it, y'all? How are we going to deal with it? How are you going to deal with somebody that's just always defiant? Somebody that's important to you in your world, in your life, in your family. How do you deal with it? And this is factual. This is stuff that people go through every single day. That you're dealing with a loved one where you can tell them the right thing to do, whether it's a child, a teenager, or even an adult that's important to you in your lifetime. How do we deal with this when somebody is just defiant? And and they're going through this. So once this has been identified, this behavior, and the strategies, let's talk about some strategies that can help. They can help. Okay, now if you're frustrated to the point to where you're about to pop, the best advice I can give you is to just separate yourself from that. You have to just separate yourself so you don't lose you. Okay, but if you are not to that level with someone that you love and you care about who may be experiencing this ODD, number one, stay calm and composed. Okay, you must stay calm, you must stay cool when facing somebody with ODD. Okay, getting mad or upset might only make it is going to make things worse. So take a few deep breaths. Make sure that your voice is steady and not shaking and angry, and don't engage in arguments. If you just don't. Okay, number two, set clear boundaries. Set these clear boundaries. Say what's okay and what's not okay. Make sure your rules are always kept, and this can build a stable space where challenging behavior starts to diminish. Okay? All right. Number three, use positive reinforcement. An approach is to acknowledge good actions instead of punishing the bad ones. So when they follow the rules or they act right, praise them. This can motivate them to keep this good behavior up. Okay, and that's with anybody. Number four, practice active listening. Simply paying careful attention to what a person has to say can calm a heated situation. Now, I'm going to stop right here with that. A lot of times when someone is dealing with ODD, oppositional defiant disorder, that's just one disorder that they're probably experiencing. It's probably like a combination of different disorders like ODD and ADHD combined together. So a lot of times when somebody has these issues, they have issues with expressing what they're trying to get out of their head. So it's trying to get them to, like I said, I taught my children when they were younger. I would teach them to be descriptive when they're trying to tell me something. And I would always tell them, remember, we're not in your head, so we don't know what you're thinking. So if you can help me understand what's going on in your head, then I can understand what you need. So when you're dealing with someone who is going through ODD, a lot of times it's coupled with something like ADD or ADHD. And so we trying to help them express what's in their head helps. Can you be a little bit more descriptive so I can get a better understanding of what you're saying? Okay, and so and that's a part of active listening, guys. Okay. So and that's also showing understanding. It's also showing that that you're acknowledging their emotions, and you're helping them to get all of their thoughts out. Okay, and they'll also begin to feel appreciated and less combative when you practice active listening. All right, number 5, we're going to avoid the power struggles altogether, because no matter what, a person that's dealing with ODD, ADD, a combination of any of these things, they're going to always feel defensive, and they're going to always feel like they're the victim, or they're being picked on, or something like that. So just walk away. They want, whether they're wrong, they're going to want to be right. Okay. So avoid a power struggle, minimize the negative reactions by avoiding battles for authority. Don't assert control. Instead, endorse teamwork if you can. If you can compromise, okay. A lot of times it's very difficult to compromise with someone who's irrational and they're not dealing with reality. So if you can, identify whatever shared ground you have and then aim for a resolution for both parties, okay? And then number 6, use I statements if we can. Use some I statements. When facing oppositional behavior with somebody who's experiencing ODD, employ personal language like I and you. For example, I feel disrespected when you interrupt me, okay? Or maybe you never let me finish talking. This approach tends to dial down defensive responses and enhances positive discussion. I'm going to put a pause here. I watched Wicked last night on TV for the first time. Really enjoyed it. Really enjoyed the show Wicked. Oh my. And you know it's a musical, so you know I truly enjoyed it. It was one scene where the prince and what's she call her? Elsie is her name, the green one. We know who she is. He was talking, they were talking, they went and they did something together. I don't want to give away the storyline. And he stopped. He said, you won't let me talk. You won't allow me to talk. You won't allow me to say anything. And so she had to stop and pause because she realized while they were having a kind of a heated conversation that he couldn't get a word in edgewise. So when he said, you won't even let me talk, she had to stop and say, ooh, maybe I need to let you talk. And then while he was talking, she said, can I say something? You know, so that showed that she was willing to compromise. This is what this is talking about right here when it says use I statements or you. He said, you won't even let me talk. And I thought that stood out to me when I watched Wicked last night. I was like, okay, all right. So that this approach tends to dial down defensive responses, and enhances positive discussions after the fact. All right. And then number 7, you want to seek support. So when you're dealing with someone with ODD or oppositional defiant behavior, it is very taxing when you're dealing with somebody who is undiagnosed or untreated. They may even have a diagnosis, but they're not getting the treatment that they need to become the best version of themselves. Okay, so it is very taxing. So everybody needs to reach out to loved ones. They need a support system, to friends and support communities who are experiencing similar things. Sharing your stories and gleaning wisdom from these experiences of others can cultivate a fresh viewpoint and revitalize your resolve. And then in a worst case scenario, if you got to take a beat and step away and just go and take some time for you, please do so. Please do so, because you can't give what you don't have. All right. Hi. Hey, Dojo, how are you? Okay, so the next step is when to seek professional help. When should you seek professional help? Before I do that, I want to play this video. Hold on.
Defiant disorder is basically anytime you tell me to do something, it's not really about me getting something. It's not about what I want. The defiance is I just don't want to do what you want. I don't even care about the Legos, but if you tell me to put them away, I'm not going to. So when you get oppositional defiant disorder coupled with ADHD, it's a real mess. Sometimes this can also cross into conduct disorder, which is what we call antisocial personality disorder in adults, which is like sociopathy, for example. So it can be a really bad mess, because what you have is oppositional defiance, which sometimes has difficulty with emotional regulation. And then we also know that the brains of people with ADHD, they are more sensitive to negative emotions. So they also can sometimes experience emotional dysregulation.
Okay, so excuse me, let me put this back in. All right, so that is something serious. And I may put this, I'm going to probably play this again on Monday and Tuesday, because oppositional defiant disorder is something very serious. So when should we seek professional help? When you're dealing with somebody with ODD. All right. So even with approachable strategies that I just gave y'all, getting professional help can be needed at times, or I'm going to say it is mandatory. Okay. Indicating help from a mental health expert. Here are some things. When you start seeing persistent behavior. Okay. And so if despite your attempts to deal with someone with ODD, continues, a deeper mental issue might need professional attention. And I'm not going to say might, it does need professional attention. So searching for ODD treatment near you, a therapist near you can provide you very valuable resources. All you got to do is put it in your Google, searching for a professional who treats ODD. Okay. persistent behavior. All right. Number 2, impact on your daily life. So when this behavior usually starts affecting your everyday life, your connections, it starts affecting a person's performance at work. Obtaining help becomes a vital situation. Expert advice can offer relevant strategies and support. But remember, whatever strategies that are given, the person has got to do them. You got to do it in order for it to work. Just like a diet. In order for a diet to work, you gotta put in the work with the diet. You got whatever that diet calls for. 500 calories, 1,500 calories a day. That's consuming stuff like all. It takes work on the individual's part. All right. Co-occurring disorders. If the person shows symptoms of other disorders like depression, anxiety, or drug misuse, it's really important to get professional help. Okay, so such conditions can intensify defiant behavior, demanding complete treatment. Now, I said this on Tuesday night. Most people like to self-medicate. They love when there's something missing, most people will seek out a way to self-medicate, whether it's alcohol or it's drugs or a mixture of both. And to them, they feel like it's helping them. But to everybody else around them understands that you just made a bad situation worse. So you're already dealing with was sexy. Hey, sexy 60. We already know that if the person is struggling initially, when they add substance like alcohol and drugs with it, no matter how, the person who's doing it, they may feel that they're normal or they're feeling normal. We all know that they're not. They just made a whole situation worse. You went from struggling to like now just totally not functioning at all. So again, you have to seek help. Safety concerns again. It is oppositional behavior. It jeopardizes the safety of that person or other people. You have to get immediate professional help. This is a necessity. All right. So let me move this on. Where are we? My conclusion for tonight. And I think we did good. We did good within this time frame. All right. So dealing with adults who show ODD or oppositional behavior, it is tough. Yet patience, understanding, and smart methods can help manage and make things better. Grasping the root cause, spotting the signs and symptoms, and using strong tactics can lead to a calmer setting. All right, so exploring cognitive behavioral therapy for oppositional defiant disorder and having a structured treatment plan for oppositional defiant disorder can also be beneficial for those battling with this disorder. Getting professional help when necessary is crucial in dealing with oppositional behavior properly, and taking firm actions can nurture healthier, more positive connections. And for more information and support, reach out. I'm going to say you can reach out to Treasure Behavioral Health. You can reach out to them, or you can do what I said earlier. Google a facility close to you, near you. ODD treatment center near me. Okay, the help is out there, guys. The help is out there. All right, so my takeaway for tonight, I'm trying to see, before I end tonight, is there anyone that have any questions or you want to share anything? I know Tuesday night we had people on and they were sharing their lives. One viewer stated that she was in the middle of a divorce right now, and that she had never heard of ODD before, and that the symptoms that I was talking about on Tuesday night, she said that sounds like my soon-to-be ex-husband. I told the person on Tuesday night, I said, do you think that your ex-husband would consider maybe going to sit and speak with a specialist about maybe these symptoms that you've noticed? And then, because if he begins to get help, maybe their marriage could actually become better, before it's totally dissolved. And so I'm hoping for the best. Y'all know I'll say it every time. I'm a glass half full person. I see that glass half full, not empty. I know that with help and with treatment and with consistency, all things can become better. And I stand on that. Okay, yes, I do. Hey, what is that? Flo. Hey, Flo. Hey, Flo. How you doing? So let me open up my takeaway for tonight. Okay, let's close it back. My takeaway is the 5 C's of discipline. And this helps with anything, not just with ODD. It helps in any situation. Number 1, the first C is clarity. You have to get clarity on whatever is going on, whatever situation that may be happening with the individual that you are close to, or that you're noticing this with. Number 2 is consistency. I talked about that earlier. Number 3 is proper communication. Proper communication. Number 4 is caring. And number 5 is creating a sense of responsibility. And these 5 principles, they emphasize setting clear rules, consistently enforcing them, talking with the person about these rules and their feelings, providing support and encouragement, and helping the person understand their responsibility in becoming the best version of themselves that they can. I had shared last week the importance of getting help, especially with these type of disorders, behavior disorders, because we see a lot of people who are in prison now. Most of them have these type of disorders, ODD, and mixed with bipolar, schizophrenic, different things like that. And their defiant behavior and their aggressive behavior has led them where they are. And then there's a lot of people that are in the grave because they either were undiagnosed or they were untreated. Okay, and they refused to get the treatment that they needed to become the best versions of themselves. All right, so let's move on to this quote. And I love this quote. Let me open this up. And I'm going to go back. This quote says, mastering other people, that shows strength. That is strength, right? When you can master somebody else. Oh, but mastering your own self, now that's true power. And that's from Lao Tzu. I'm going to say it again. Mastering other people is strength. That shows that you're strong. Okay. But when you master your own self, your own mind, you master your own actions. Okay. You master your own accountability, stuff like that, then that's true power. And this quote is by Lao Tzu. All right. So I am going to move on, and this 30 minutes has come and go. Well, I think I did good tonight, y'all. I did good. Y'all know next week is Thanksgiving, so I won't be on Tuesday and Thursday. I'm coming on Monday and Tuesday night. Monday and Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for week 4, my final week of Counsel of the Day with Shanrae. And we're going to do our final subtopic next week on ODD. Monday and Tuesday night. Tuesday night, I'll be on, because next week is a Thanksgiving, and y'all need to enjoy your Thanksgiving Eve and your Thanksgiving with your loved ones. Yes. So this is for my fellow counselors. This is where I got all my research and my theory from. All right. And so create a personal and professional transformation through expert coaching. If you're looking for a life coach, www.betterup.com. All right. Next is ADA Plus Community, empowering adults with ADD, ADHD, and ODD to live their best lives. A different brain requires a different approach. www.adapluscommunity.com. BetterHelp.com. So if you want a safe space to speak with a licensed professional online, BetterHelp offers affordable counseling sessions for individuals, couples, and family members. www.betterhelp.com. All right, 988 Help Crisis Helpline, where help is available. So if you need to connect with someone that you feel you can trust, if you know someone that's struggling, or if you yourself are struggling, it is okay to share your feelings. Call the 988 Lifeline, which provides 24/7 free and confidential support for people who are in distress, prevention and crisis resources for you or your loved ones, and best practices for professionals within the United States. 988 Crisis Helpline. And I'm going to open this up once again. And I'm going to keep saying this. This year, I lost a very, very good friend of mine due to suicide. She was at a very low place in her life, and I really wish that she would have called 988. I don't care if you just dial it and just listen. You need to know that you matter. We're left brokenhearted because a close friend of mine took her own life, and I wish that she would have just trusted somebody. But you matter. Call 988 Crisis Helpline if you feel very low. You matter. Okay, Learning RX. All right, so I love this company, Learning RX. This company has been around for years. Look it up. They have helped thousands and thousands of people down through the years. Their average graduate of their program, their IQ has improved at least by 13 points. Okay. Their clients have significant gains in their skills, like their working memory, their long-term memory, and their attention. If you can become a part of Learning RX, www.learningrx.com, you will see that your life will improve. That I'm telling you, I love me some learningrx.com. All right. And so next, if there is a past Counsel of the Day with Shanrae that you missed or you just want to rewatch, you can go to my YouTube channel at Shanrae Price. Please like, subscribe, and hit the bell for notifications, and then select any past Counsel of the Day that you want to watch. All right. And then for the final announcement for tonight, if you're interested in professional one-on-one counseling services, and somebody hit me up after this on Tuesday night, and we had a mini session after I got off of here. Tuesday night was on for about almost an hour. I had a mini session. But if you're interested in professional one-on-one counseling services, feel free to contact me via any of my inboxes. Whether it's my Shanrae Price page. Is the only page that is not Shanrae Price is my Facebook page. That is Shanrae Owens. Inbox me. Okay, there I'm a lifestyle strategist, and my aim is to aid you in your life's goals and your life's dreams. Listen, I will see y'all next Monday and next Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Next week is my final week for my Counsel of the Day for November 2025. And then after next week, I will see y'all February 2026, starting a whole new year, whole new topic. Okay, but next week, Monday, Tuesday night, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, ODD with another subtopic, and then we'll enjoy our Thanksgiving holiday. So thank you for joining me on tonight. See you Monday and Tuesday of next week. Have a wonderful and safe weekend. Good night, everybody. I'm sorry, Pastor Kibwe didn't make it on tonight. He may be on next week. I don't know. He may be on next week. All right.